Everyone has room for improvement in Apex Legends. That is why I bring you 30 tips to help you. I don't want to waste any time, so let's get right into it. Tip 30. Try to always use unpredictable movement. This makes it harder for any enemies to hit you while you can shoot them. Try to get more damage off than the amount of damage you have taken. Be sure to practice this in the firing range, and you can always use the bot Easter egg by going up in this corner and changing legends while you are looking straight down. Tip 29. Peeking. Be sure to make small peeks while you shoot an enemy, so you can barely see them. Then it's harder for them to hit you. Also make sure to peek from different angles, as your enemy will not expect it. Tip 28. Practicing recoil control. If you practice your recoil control in the firing range, you will have an easier time shooting long-range enemies. First, practice your most used guns. For me, that's the R99. Then, practice with the weapons that you most commonly find when you land. Tip 27. Pay to win iron sights. You will find on some skins, such as the R99, have iron sights that are easier to aim out of. This gives you an advantage over the enemy when you first land. Tip 26. Shotgun peeks. When you have a shotgun, make quick peeks while shooting when you can. This is a big advantage if the enemy gets 20 damage off and you get 50. Tip 25. Hold your crosshair at head height. I see so many people, including myself, holding their crosshair where it looks normal to them, and if you look through the crosshair, it's aiming at the ground. You need to force yourself to aim a crosshair at head height all the time. I'm getting better at it because I've been playing Valorant, where you have a huge advantage just hitting one headshot before the enemy. Reload, twin man.
Thank you.
Bro, right there, what are you doing? What was that? How did you not see that? Random stranger. This guy has courage, he put YouTube in it.
Run! Salvo! What the f*** is that shorty? It's a
Bro, what the heck? Bro, what the heck? Bro, what is happening? What is happening? Tip 24. Return to battle zones. You can take height on a return to battle zone for a tactical advantage, but be careful, as you need to keep an eye on the timer. Tip 23. If you play Pathfinder, you may notice that your grapple doesn't let go of the building or object that it grapples to. The grapple doesn't let go until it is out of your line of sight, so next time, don't get stuck and die. Tip 22. If a Wraith portal is open, you can hide behind it and peek it because it's so hard to see through. If you have a digital threat, it's even better because you can hide behind it and shoot people through it. If you see a Wraith portal, be sure to use it if it's needed. Tip 21. You can disable gas traps. Disabling gas traps sounds like something only Build the size guy can do, but really, anyone can. All you need to do is shoot the small disc below the thick part of the trap. This is very useful if you need to get into a place to attack when you know gas traps are there. Use this. Tip 20. You can throw grenades under doors. All you have to do is slowly aim your grenade down to the bottom corner of the door. The circle that shows you where your grenade will go should disappear. Once you throw it, your enemies will not expect that it is under their feet instead of on the other side of the door. Tip 29. You can grapple enemies. If you didn't already know, you can grapple your enemies. Once you do so, you and your enemy will be pulled toward each other, but be careful, they can shoot you easily. You can no longer grapple teammates, however, so be cautious. Tip 18. You can stick tridents with arc stars. If you throw an arc star at a trident and stick it, you will stun everyone in it, as well as stopping the trident. Once you stun the trident, you can get an easy kill. Tip 17. If you jump off of a zip line, you get a jump boost. If you are running from enemies and there is a jump tower nearby, you can ride it up about 20 feet, then jump off onto a near roof. This is more useful than you would think. Tip 16. Heat shields last until they are destroyed. If you know you're going to get caught in the zone, you can deploy a heat shield before it comes to you and start healing. Heat shields will stay up if they are not in the zone. Tip 15. Practice throwing frags and arc stars. With the bot Easter egg that I showed you earlier, you can practice sticking enemies and cooking frag grenades. This is a lot more useful than you think, because grenades can give you a 100 HP advantage. Use grenades. Tip 14. Don't spam the bow check. If you spam it, it will only do barely 15 damage per shot. Remember, it's a compound bow, and if you know anything about archery, compound bows only have one set draw weight. That means you aren't supposed to shoot it when it isn't fully drawn. It would make more sense if the bow check was a recurve bow. Tip 13. If you knock a player with a lifeline as a teammate, finish them when you can so the lifeline can't tap res. Tip 12. You may know this, but you can die to care packages. It's not Fortnite. You can't stop a care package with your head. Just watch out if you see the indicator that a care package is above you. Tip 11. Utilize rat spots for peeks. If you know a near rat spot, hide and peek so your enemy will not expect it. How are they supposed to know if they don't know the spot? If you ever want a rat spot video, what map would you want it for? Leave a comment below. Tip 10. If you run out of ammo and you know your enemy is under 30 HP, punch them. It's a quick and fun way to finish your enemies. Tip 9. Rampart shields can stack. If you're going to deploy Sheila and need a lot of cover, put 3 shields up in a row. Then it is very hard for your enemies to destroy the shields before you obliterate them. Just watch out for grenades. That will destroy the shields. Tip 8. Use survey beacons. If you scan a beacon, you have more knowledge of the map. You can then take a good spot in the next ring and hold your position to fight off others coming into the ring. Use survey beacons. Tip 7. The second and third ring usually pull to the same side. This means that the first ring's on the bottom left corner of the map. The next ring usually pulls to the bottom left corner of the first ring. The third ring usually pulls to the same side or the opposite side. If the second ring pulls to the bottom left corner of the first ring, the third ring will pull to the bottom left corner or the top right corner of the second ring. All rings after the third are kind of random. Tip 6. Don't use fuse. That was a joke. Tip 5. Don't land exactly where your teammates land unless you're going to a hot drop building. I would say not to go to a hot drop building and land in one close to it. Loot up, then push the hot drop building. Tip 4. Dolphin diving. If you're landing somewhere close, don't dolphin dive. Tip 3. Don't smurf, you can get banned. Tip 2. Use the R301. The R301 gives you a medium and close range, so you will get a lot of damage with it. If you have really good recoil control, use a 3x optics so you can hip fire near enemies and aim while far away. Now it comes to the last tip. Practice your aim and decision making. If you want to improve your decision making, you can click the link in the top right corner. If you want an aim guide, comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.
'Cause I'm dying to know. Why do you wanna end? Was it real or just pretend? Tell me, why do you wanna end? Was he really just a friend?